I'm in the
Yeah.
recording.
Okay. Are you guys ready, you said?
Hmm.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Leave It to the Judges MMA show. I'm with the boys, Xavier and Nick. And guys, today we're going to do part two of our series, Burning Questions. Basically, all of us come to the table with two to three burning questions. It can be about anything, and we discuss them. I guess I can start to give you guys some more time to think about questions if you need. Halloween happened over the weekend, guys. It's spooky season. It is fall. Guys, who is the scariest looking fighter in the UFC? I'm not talking ugliest. Don't just pick Roses Jr. I'm talking literally scariest, like horror movie. Like you're fearing for your life if you fought them.
Hamza, bro.
He's pretty scary looking. Just look, even without like the skill.
But I mean, just like his lip and shit, and just the way he like looks at his opponents, man. I would not want that man like looking at me, bro. Like, don't look at me like that.
Wow, you Clark.
I that was my first thought. I was thinking rat lip, rat lip, rat lip.
Yeah, Hamzat's up there. Who
But
else?
if we're just going off pure like looks and just kill ability, I gotta go my man Gutierrez, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking him.
This man, like when you just
Yeah.
he like an Adonis like 6'5"
Okay.
whatever at middleweight. I'm like, are you kidding me, bro? I gotta fight this dude.
He looks like a compact like Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, my thing more fighter. Like if we're going off looks, like I mean Hamza gotta be it. Just off looks, because he just got that cut ass lip.
Yeah.
I would be terrified to fight Gutierrez though. What the fuck?
I know, bro. Like that man just I swear this man's gonna be champ one day. After DDP retires, he will be champ.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to go next?
Go Clark.
Okay. Well, my question is pretty simple here. In any world, if Islam loses, which he probably won't because JDM has zero takedown events, but if he was somehow to lose this fight, what's next? Does he stay up? Go back down? What we feeling, y'all?
Okay, well, it definitely depends how he loses, and it depends what's going on with Ilya at the time. I
I think
don't know.
I
What
think
does
I would
happen?
rather I think I would rather him stay at welterweight. Especially I agree it depends on how he loses, but like I just think that like when Connor went up a weight division to try to capture the lightweight title, he suffered a setback with Nate Diaz, but then like he was able to like win that rematch, and then like he was able to go on and like get the title and then like become a double champ, and like everyone kind of looked past the fact that he lost to Diaz the first time. I kind of think about it the same way. Like imagine if Volk had beat Islam in the second fight. Like, oh, they had a good fight the first time. He came up short, but then like he was able to overcome Volk. You know what I mean? I think that Islam is of all fighters would have a even if he like were to like let's say he gets clipped, knock on wood, God forbid, but let's say he just gets clipped by JDM, like that does not dictate that like he couldn't necessarily win a rematch, you know? So I feel like as long as it's competitive enough, I think that he should like he will be like one or two fights away and then be right back in there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I think that like it would look better on him to stay and like eventually overcome that mountain and accomplish it than it would to just go back down or like retire type shit, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, go ahead. Go
okay.
ahead.
Hey, you could go ahead after this. My one question for both of you would be: if he were to lose, who would he would fight?
At 170?
Yes. but I just give your answer to the first part there.
All right, I'll just play devil's advocate and say go back down to 155 because you technically never lost there. And if the weight cut isn't too much, I mean, he was dominating there pretty much, and like Ilya is there, people would still be into that super fight. Losing would definitely take a hit to it, but if Ilya goes out there and beats like Paddy and Armin or Paddy and Gaethje in that time frame, the fight would still be massive. And Islam still never lost the belt at 155. And if he lost at 170 and went back down and beat Ilya, I don't think his stock like falters that much at all, if any.
It doesn't, but I mean, if he loses, we all know like the man, the myth, the legend, Khabib is just better. I mean, like he would take this man JDM to school. Like it would be a walk in the park for us. But I'm just saying, man, if he loses this, it would take a hit for me. Like if we're talking the overall discussion, because Islam is revered to be better than Khabib these days, I don't see it. But we're
So,
barely beating Dustin Poirier out there, and
so even if he loses the Islam and like beats Ilya, like he beats Ilya, gets
no,
his
no.
belt
Like
back.
if he beats Ilya, then we can have a conversation here a
Okay.
little. We can have a conversation a little, but
I
losing to
think I
him,
think if he loses, he should fight Sean Brady,
okay.
and then maybe like just with a win over Sean Brady, depending on what's going on with the title in that time frame, then like he can get another title shot, like damn near after like one fight type shit, depending on like how it goes. But a lot of that does depend on like how competitive the first fight is. Like if JDM, like I do not see this happening. I do not see him winning at all, actually. But if he does like dominate that fight some kind of way, then it will be a little harder to, work your
Yeah.
way back into. But you know what I mean? You will win. He would have to win maybe two fights. But I think as long as it's like really close, he barely comes up short, like split decision type shit. You know what I mean? There's an argument. People want to see it again. I would throw him against Sean Brady, let him grapple it out, outstrike Sean Brady on the feet damn near two, and then, get back in there.
That's a good one. I would pair him up with Shavkat. I think Sean Brady and Ian Gary are gonna probably get title shots soon, and I think Shavkat unfortunately is behind them. And look, an Islam fight is barely a step down from a title fight. That is still a massive fight, even if he's coming off a loss. And him versus Shavkat would be an epic build up to just guys with insane aura, and it'd be an epic fight. I think he should fight Shavkat if he loses.
No, I agree, but we're not a step from what, Ed? We
In
we
the title,
we deserve a title push at any moment. Not like I keep saying, 19 and 0, 18 finishes. Like we deserve a title shot at any moment. We're
if
number
Ian Gary beats
one.
Bilal, though, he's getting a title shot, Nick. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I know Shavkat beat him, but like it's just
Hey, who?
Ian Gary. If he goes out there and beats Bilal, bro, he's getting a title shot.
Oh, hell no. I think if Morales beats Brady, he's more likely.
Top Kai is definitely getting like passed over a little bit with this injury or whatever's going on with him.
Well,
Like
like we were discussing the other night, Ed, if Evilov is rumored to be getting this title shot versus Volk, then Shavkat should just surpass whoever, clearly. Like,
I
if
don't, I,
Evilov, who literally deserves it probably less,
I
just,
don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. That's just how it is.
I
I
I
mean,
I,
that's
I
fine.
agree, Ed. I agree, Ed. Welterweight's just a hotter division. They have like a lot more like popping contenders. Like
Right.
145 is kind of like hurting for contenders like at this point. No one really wants to see any of these guys fight really that much. So it's like, okay, like, Imanov is the most deserving. Whereas like we've seen multiple times in the past, like the UFC will skip what is like justified for what makes them more money, damn near like nine times out of 10. You know what I mean? 9.5 times out of 10, actually, like literally. So I think that like the thing about Shavkat is like his name is not huge to the casuals, bro. It's not like the real MMA sphere people know, but like Ian Gary definitely has way more of a following type shit, and like he's also been like way more active recently. So it's like he would, I think, get the nod over Shavkat too. Shavkat's gonna have to like get a win to like fucking get back in there, or just wait. Like he, but like that's just not good for anybody.
All right, my response is though, if they pair him up with Islam, get ready for two L's in a row, and it's just GG's at that point. I mean, that's like the worst matchup for him. Has
Th
Shavkat
those
ever been taken down?
those that grappling fucking will feed families. I'm not gonna lie. The grappling in that fight would feed families, bro.
It's also by far the biggest jump up in competition for Shavkat, like by far.
By far,
You're
bro.
going from Ian Gary to Islam Makhachev.
I think
Oh, this
Islam could win
man's
that
got
fight, bro. I think Islam could win that shit, bro. I'd have to see like how strong he looks at 170, but I have a sneaking suspicion that he's gonna be fucking strong as shit up there.
this man 18 finishes out of nine. Like, this is a joke, y'all. This is such
Oh,
a joke, bro. This is such a joke. This man, like, he could never be as perfect, but somehow he gonna lose to these people. Like, come on, bro. We haven't seen it. We haven't seen it, but he's going to someone who barely beat Poirier and like a small ass Volk. Like, come on, bro.
I said he could. I said he could. I
we
didn't
need
say
a
he's going to.
No, no, no. Hey, you think he will? You the
I do
Islam,
think so.
yeah,
uh,
of course. Like that's my thing. Okay, next question.
next question. All right, Xavier, go ahead.
All right. My first question. So, who in the light heavyweight division would you favor to beat Hamza?
Great question. Favor?
Hmm.
Favor them. Not like they could this way, that way. Just like
Oh my God. At 205.
Fahea. Fahea.
yeah, at 205. At 205, yeah.
I don't hate that.
Just off like pure like
And if I'm saying if it's multiple people that you think would beat him or that you would favor, then you can say that as well. But as I look at it, I'm like, I don't know, man.
I mean, Pereira did a really good job against the wrestling against Uncle Ive in the first fight, and he is bigger than Hamza, but obviously not as good as a
But
grappler.
you know damn well Uncle Iev does not be as dedicated to his grappling
No,
approach like that, bro. Not even by
definitely not.
not even by a fucking inch, bro.
Lahovich gave Pereira some big issues on the ground, but that was a really long time ago.
But
Um,
I just think that like the level of grappling as you go down the weight divisions tends to get insanely higher and higher, right? Like I do think that there's a certain level of like the lower weight divisions are typically more skilled the lower you go down in like, you know.
okay.
And by that logic, I think that like even like the way Hamza was able to like throw like dominate DDP, which like
it was
for
crazy.
all intents and purposes is a big motherfucker, right? I'm thinking
Yeah.
like DDP probably walks around at least 215 to 230, right? So like he I think could fight at light heavyweight decently. And like by that logic, I don't think that like these guys I'm looking at in the at least the top three, Carlos Ulberg, Khalil Roundtree, like these guys are gonna get mollywopped on the ground, I feel like. So like in the grappling, I'm saying. And
Yeah.
then
And
like
also just
Goliath is like, bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Uncle Lab's grappling, like I know it's there on paper, bro.
on paper, that I was literally about to say it's on paper it's raw, but like
But
on
bro,
paper
I'm
he's a
saying like
Dagestani.
we know damn well what we've seen in that cage, bro, and it's kind of piss poor, bro. It's kind of piss poor.
Yeah. Also, just at 205, at the top of my head, I can't even think of like a lot of elite grapplers. Like we just don't
That
see it a lot at 205.
that's my point. Like that's my point. Also, like it's just like You don't see it at heavyweight either. You know what I mean? Like the heavier you go up, like the grappling is not of that level. And I just think that like
Like, who's the best grappler at 205 right now?
you have to say I mean, you have to say Ankalaev, bro. You have to say Ankalaev.
But
And that's
to,
a damn shame. That's a
yeah,
damn
that's a
shame. You get my point? And also, I just think that like the way that he gets to people's legs, with these guys being like a little like taller and stiffer, I can see nothing but ankle picks for these fuckers, bro. Like they're going down, I think. Like I don't know.
uh, just to answer your question, just to not give a cop out answer, I'll say I'll agree with Nick. The Pereira that just beat Ankalaev looked fucking insane, and we're talking about him fighting Tom Aspinall and John Jones. I'll take him over Hamzat, and hot take, I'm taking Yuri over Hamzat. But those are the only two, and the Yuri one's really they're both iffy to be honest.
I
Yeah,
have zero faith that Yuri will beat Hamzat.
yeah, that's a big. The only reason I even put Peja in there, he was my only option, by the way. The rest of them, like Yuri Prohaska, I love the man, but he is not beating Hamza Chimaev out there at 205. Let it be known. But the only reason I would take Peja, he just has the X factor, bro. If you can put anybody out on any, he fuck it. If Hamza coming in, throw that shovel uppercut, he might fucking knock him out from that. Like Bahia just has that kind of X factor that I think like if it's just like I'll be honest, if he gets him to the ground first round, like it might be a sub instantly. I can't even lie. But that's the only way. Like, I think Peyo can knock him out right away, but I think Hamza could take him down and finish him right away. But that's the only person I see a path for victory just because they're so special and they can knock anyone out with like one punch. But everybody else, get out of here. Like, Uncle Lion would have somewhat of a style matchup, I would say, in his favor. But like I've said, I've just seen mid after mid in these like big time performances, and I would take Hamzat all day over all these people, 100%. But
Facts.
he just has the X factor, so I think he would win. But
Fair
Okay.
enough. All right. I'll go to my second question. I'm gonna keep the theme with the scary stuff. Just all right. Your guys' shoes. You guys are UFC fighters. Who is the scariest stylistic matchup that you guys would be worried about facing? Don't give me like an obviously like heavyweight answer. Don't say Hamzat again. Who would you be like genuinely scared as fuck to fight?
mm,
I can start
Hold
to give
on,
you.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Like, would I have to like size match to like you get what I'm saying?
yeah, like
No, no. It could be anyone. Just try not to pick like heavyweights or light heavyweights. We'll say. No one just for size.
okay,
So my answer is this is might be a hot take, but I would say a guy like Yair Rodriguez or Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, just super long, lanky, athletic strikers that'll just put you on a highlight reel. Just they're super tricky and you can't train for them. And my whole fear like is just being embarrassed and knocked out in front of thousands of people in a super like embarrassing style. So I think that type of fighter is super scary to fight against or would be.
I think Max Holloway, I would hate to fight. And
Ooh, that's
my reason being is like not only do I think I would get knocked out eventually, but it would like not be quick. Like it would not like I think I could last like, relative to like, like all these guys will probably fucking kill me. You know what I mean?
but
Like,
if
but
you were a fighter, like
I'm saying relative to like, normal fighters, right? Like Holloway does not typically have that like one punch KO power. It's an accumulation thing. So it's like he's gonna beat the shit out of you first. You know what I mean? That's a lot of brain cells lost. Like that's a lot of embarrassment that I'm gonna have to take before ending up on the highlight reel anyway. So I would kind of rather fight someone that's gonna either like damn near take me down and sub me, bro. Like I'm tapping right out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck that. But I think that Holloway's just gonna like make you look so silly that you're gonna be on like memes and shit, and that's why like he's scary to fight.
And you're constantly like punching him in the face, and he's just not going down. About you, Nick?
Well, I'll start with the least scariest. It would have to be Aljo Sterling because there's no way this man can like hit hard in the gym whatsoever. And I would just not, I would be fine with just getting taken down and ragdolled. That's fine by me, but I'd rather get choked out than knocked out, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Aljave's, this man can't throw fists. That's all I'm saying. He's a professional champion. He can't throw fists. But scariest, I was thinking between two people, but I'm going with Gene Silva just because I think he's more like crazy. It was between him and Taboria, but
Yeah, those are great answers.
I think Silva just like more like crazy about it and will throw shit at me that just like cut me up and shit and like just permanently damage me. And I
No,
think Taporia will be more like, less than full speed about it and just like finish me instantly. So I think Gene would be more fine with just like cutting me down at first and then being on me.
no, I feel that. Like Gene Silva's a terrifying motherfucker to look at across the cage from you, bro.
Barking at you and shit.
He's gonna bark at you, fucking he might just fucking flying kick you in the face. He might just running knee you, bro. Like he's just a wild card, bro. I wouldn't want like wild card tendencies just coming at me like left and right. I'm just like trying to figure it out. You don't know what he's even doing. Like you might get knocked out with fucking anything type shit. You know what I mean? Like nah, like that is kind of terrifying. I agree with that answer. I feel that it. I feel that Nick.
All right. Nick, you want to go to your second question?
All right. Big topic out there. What is And by the way, for everybody, I had a top 10 question ready, but Ed didn't want to do it. So we're going with the top five best fighters ever.
I need more time to prepare for a top 10.
I'm sorry I'm just kidding. I just,
No, no, it's true. I did suggest top five.
it's,
You know, I'm down for the top five.
10, we're gonna do our own video for that
I'm
for
down for that.
sure.
I just,
I just have to think about it a lot more. I have like my top five pretty secured.
it's a little quip for you.
I'll give you my top three. I think it's pretty set off the bat. Then it gets hard. John Jones one, GSP two, DJ three. Those are my top three. Four and five, it gets very tricky.
That's insane, by the way.
What do you think your top three is, Xavier? And Nick, what's your top three
I got five ready. I
or
got
five?
fucking
All right. I'll go. So, John Jones one, GSP two. I have DC three. I think DC is a motherfucker, bro. I think that he's way too underrated on people's lists. Um, I will go Khabib four. And I will go Islam five, to be honest. Islam's right there, bro.
Okay.
Islam's right there for me.
I'll go DC four. He is my favorite fighter of all time. I thought I had some bias in it, but Xavier just confirmed it with that. And then five, I'm torn between Pereira or Habib. I'm very torn because Pereira, what he's done in this short amount of time and the way he's done it has been absolutely insane. Like his rise to stardom. Habib is undefeated, but he just retired way too early.
Exactly. I think
Per-
Khabib. It has the potential to get all the way off of this list, like by the time all is said and done, bro, all the way out of the top five,
Because,
unfortunately.
dude, Pereira might be one win away from being the fucking GOAT if he beats John Jones somehow. Like, was Habib one win away from being the GOAT? I'm gonna put Pereira at 5 and Habib at 6.
My lord. That is just so Pahea's already at third. Wait. This man's MMA record, by the way, everybody, 13-3, and he is a top five fighter of all time.
I mean, he's done more in those 13 wins than Habib has.
And we know by eye test, like, okay, look, if Almeida stayed down, would he not have won the title over him? Even though he clearly fraudulent, but we know he could just take him down, right?
You're saying Almeida would beat Alex Pereira?
No, I'm
Wait,
saying
what?
yeah, if he stayed down at 205 and kept doing his work, yes.
Jailton Almeida?
Based on what he's doing at heavyweight,
No, dude, no. What?
stylistically,
I don't. I mean, I need to see it, bro. I'm not gonna. No, I'm not taking Jailton Almeida to beat one of the greatest fighters of all time just because he's a great wrestler. Like,
he's a big fucker.
I know, but I don't know what he looks like at 205. I have no idea what he looks like at
I'm
205.
not super confident that would happen. I'm just saying it.
There,
It
there's
could
a there, there's a chance though. I think that like there's a chance is what Nick is saying.
stylistically a badass.
Stylistically, like we've seen him get like grappled up before, like Pereira. I'm saying like so like he doesn't have as much of an aura of invincibility as Khabib had. I think that's the
He
point.
doesn't, but he has more accomplishments than Habib.
I agree, but
And
like
taking losses, it's part of fucking sports. I know Nick is gonna say bring up Floyd Mayweather. I know he is, but like
Yeah.
other people, like Jordan, LeBron, Tom Brady, people take L's. It's about what you accomplish, and I think he's accomplished more than Habib. But it's close. I'm not gonna die. It's close.
Okay, here's my list. The very accurate list here. Number one, John Jones. No question.
Yeah.
I know some people out there these days would disagree because apparently everyone in the new era is just better. Number two, GSP easy work. Number three, Khabib, 29-0. And I know people
oh,
are
but
going to
DC is
disagree with
crazy.
this. Yes, 29-0, most 10-8s in combat sports history. We're just gonna forget that. We're gonna throw that out the window. We're just gonna forget about that. And look, I know he retired early. The accomplishments are not there as much as other people, but 29-0, and we know what he could have done easily. Like, come on. There are caveats here for sure. We can put some caveats in.
My thing is this, like I have to hold that against him because it's like if these other people actually like kept taking those risks and like doing great things and like putting it on the line, like did Khabib really put it on the line as much? Like no, like I feel like and to be honest, like the game of MMA definitely rapidly evolves, right? We can all agree on that, right?
Hmm.
And like
Did he not fight Frank?
I just think that like no one that he fought was like as well rounded as the people that even Islam is having to fight. You know what I mean? Like a Charles Oliveira, like dangerous on the feet, dangerous on the ground on paper. Like Khabib went 5 rounds with Quinta to win the title. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even though in the same situation, like Islam to win his vacant title had to go up against who? Charles Oliveira, who like people hold in high regard, who you hold in high regard. You know what I mean? Like Charles Oliveira would beat the shit out of Quinta. You know what I mean? Like I think he would finish his ass. So it's just like I do think that the generational thing kind of plays a bit of a role. And like and I'm not saying that I don't think that Habib would like have just as much success against this crop of guys too. I just think that he should have done it like I understand the way that their minds work. Like he wanted to get out of the way so Islam could be great type shit. And like that is commendable in and of itself. I will give him that. Like I will acknowledge that. But like when we're comparing GOATs, like DC did go up another weight division. You know what I mean? Did like beat the heavyweight GOAT. You know what I mean? Did dominate everyone at light heavyweight that was not named John Jones, who is number one on the list. So I just feel like DC to me, for that reason, does go slightly above Khabib, like in my mind, because of what he actually did, not just because of like the eye test. You know what I mean? Eye test wise, I think Khabib is just as dominant as like a Hamza. You know what I mean? Like where it's like I don't think anyone would have beat him. I don't favor anyone to have would have beat him besides my boy Islam now, but like that's besides the point. But like other than that, who else would even have a chance? Like. But he didn't do it, and that's like gotta count against him on some level, I feel like.
Okay,
I,
wait. I'm gonna pause there.
yeah, I'll respond to that. Look, I will admit, you got me a little with the DC. He was my number four, and I will say the point I'm kind of willing to flip here. Shockingly, I am willing to flip DC for Habib. Because DC was my four, but I do see the valid points here. But there's no chance Fahia is anywhere near this list. At least currently, like he ain't even in my top 10 personally. Look, if he beats
What?
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy, Nick.
Jones at the White House, then we're in the combo of top five. He would jump.
We're
Look,
the GOAT if he knocks out John Jones,
I
bro.
know, but he's like at 11, bro. Like I have him just outside over some people who have accomplished a lot more. That's all I'm saying. But
Okay.
yeah, but and I know you're gonna be like, well, Kameen didn't accomplish more. Well, 29 and 0, most 10-8s ever. So suck on that,
That's
y'all.
another thing I'll
That's
give
all I gotta
Khabib.
say.
The eye test with Khabib is huge also.
Like that's all I gotta say. But I have him at four now. But DC, we've already said it. Very great fighter, double champ. He did it all. Very great wrestler. Trained with Khabib as well. You know, the whole nine yards. Number five, though, is Demetrius Johnson. I think he is the smartest fighter ever. And I think he's one of the smartest fighter IQs, like in fighting history. I think,
I
like, right on a short list, like behind, of course, Money Floyd Mayweather, the smartest. But on a short list behind, he would be up there for sure. Very great fighter all around. I mean, complete package, bro. And he actually defended the belt 12 times, you know. Pantoja ain't just walking through Steve, you know, he being Steve Ursay and Kaya Sakura out here, and we're going crazy for that. Oh, yeah, another point with the Khabib Islam shit. This is all I will say on their resumes. Outside of Oliveira and Volk, what's the difference to their resumes? Outside of those two fights, what is the difference?
Nothing much, but the thing is, Islam is still going. That's the issue.
he's still going. Like he's going for greater things, like greater pursuits. Like
Like if he beats JDM here and gets double champ, that's
he solidified better than him at that point. Like right now, I just think that he is, but like you can make an argument about both ways. I don't think that you can argue it, bro.
Oh,
After
look,
that,
I have Islam at six. Don't get me wrong. I have him in a very high position. I'm not disrespecting him,
I put
but
him at
man,
7.
it's just a hard thing for me to believe. If him and Khabib were to go at it, that Khabib would lose that fight. Like, I just don't think that would be possible. And that's just my whole thought process on them. But I would agree, like, if Islam were to beat JDM, my thing is JDM can't stuff a takedown for shit. If Islam were to defend that belt, if he was to defend it once, especially against Shavkat of all people, and took his own way, then I would agree at that point. But I need to see this happen. I'm not convinced he beats JDM, to be honest.
If he did that, he'd be my number two fighter of all time if he did that. He would jump above everybody else.
Over GSP.
Oh, I
He
don't know, but
would. This is my thing with GSP, bro.
Oh
don't
man,
say it. Don't say it, Xavier. It's gonna be painful. I feel like
this man's ripped
it's
his
gonna hurt the fans.
ripped.
The quality of fighters were not like that, bro. I swear they weren't, bro.
I feel you. I kind of feel you, but I hate saying. I don't like saying it.
My thing is this.
Eye test, bro.
My thing is this. My thing is this. GSP went up and pick and chose the perfect time on some Floyd Mayweather shit when Michael Bisping was the champion, bro.
That is true. And then
Well,
he gave the
retired. He
belt up.
literally
And
retired, bro.
then
He came
dip.
back.
He didn't want to fight Whitaker. I'm just kidding.
He fucking retired. He came back. What are we
My
doing?
thing is like that is not nearly as quality of a feat as like going up and beating a prime JDM, defending it against any of these guys, bro. Like Matt Serra knocked him out. Like it's the same thing. Like Islam got knocked out by a nobody at some point. You know what I mean? So it's like that's all even. It's not like GSP has never lost before, right? So it's like take that out of the way. Like who are these fighters, bro? I just think that the game has evolved so much more, and the guys are so much more skilled at the lower weight divisions. And the way that Islam has like dominated most of the division, and then fought one of the goats in my mind, like a featherweight goat in Prime Volk, beat him twice, including finishing him once. Like I just feel like that is better than any singular thing that JSP ever did. So. I think that if he gets the second title, he's jumping all the way. If he gets the second title and defends it, that'll be like, you know, that'll be enough to make him the second best fighter of all time to me.
I don't hate that.
I mean, I wouldn't hate that, but like a clear cut decision is crazy to me.
Kind of a sub question from yours, Nick. Someone climbing up these rankings rapidly is Ilya Taporia. Where do you guys currently have him? You don't got to give me an exact number, but where do you currently have him? And like, what would another win or two? Let's say he beats like Patty and Gaethje, Patty and Armin, one of those pairings. What does that do for him in the go list?
Even top 10 easy. I'd have him at like 12 right behind Paya. Like those two are very much on the fringe for me over some people who have just accomplished a little more. And we have to take that for some people.
I'm not going to lie. I do think that for me personally, like he has a ways to go. Like mind you, he like for a 27-year-old fighter, like
I think he's up there.
he is way more like along the way than like a lot of people that like are ahead of him were at 27, I will say. But so I think that he has the potential to jump a lot of these people. But for me, I just feel like there is a bit of a caveat with the Volk shit. Um, the Max thing was more impressive to me than the Volk knockout. So knocking out Max was pretty impressive. Um, but I do feel like the fact that like I know how compromised Volk already was going into that fight does kind of like stain that a little bit. And then like him knocking out Charles Oliveira does not do very much to like it is a good feat, you know what I mean? Of course, like I'm not disrespecting it, but like I've also said for years that like a lot of people can do that to Charles if they catch him right and can grapple a little. So, I mean, I think that like another win, like another two wins would not put him like into my top eight even yet, but he might be like fringy top 10. fringe top 10 with
No.
the potential to climb. You know what I mean? With the potential to climb.
All right. Anything else on this topic, guys? All right. Any more questions you guys want to ask before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I have one more.
All right. Sure.
I don't know if you guys seen the debut of Gable Stevenson.
Yeah.
Those clips going around. Um, the first John Jones coach fighter. I mean, Olympic level wrestling, and clearly, like, I mean, against obviously a shit can for now, but he's developing his striking alongside John Jones, the GOAT. Do you guys think like where would he if he just like right now as an unfinished product came into the UFC? Where do you think that he would like peak out at like before he got beat? Like what fighter in the heavyweight division do you think would like you would favor to beat him?
Hey, pull it up, man. I mean, to be honest,
Because I think until you get to man, bro, I man, it could be Tom Aspinall, bro. That's the only. It might be that might be it.
what are you talking about right now?
I'm talking about right now. Because my thing is this. I think he can wrestle fuck all of these guys. Obviously, right? For the
Yeah,
for the most part. Most of these guys are not dangerous wrestlers, right? And I
yeah,
think that he can like I think he would beat Jailton Almeida right now. Like I don't think Almeida would be able to do shit with him. Like
yeah,
yeah, I
probably.
don't think Almeida's gonna take him down and hold him down for shit. And I think that he will gas him out. Like Olympic level wrestler versus Jailton Almeida's fucking lay on you and not do shit ass, bro. And then I think that like all respect to Curtis Blades, I think that he's gonna fucking take his ass down too. My boy Curtis, I love Curtis, but like, and then Pavlovich can knock him out. I'm just like, as I go up, I'm just like, man, bro, I can just see a path for him, like, even with like underdeveloped striking to like just mow down a lot of these guys, bro. The division is shit. Like, it
I
is shit.
I think if these are 3 round fight, I think 5 round fights, you'd be in trouble in a lot of these fights. In the top five, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna go that far personally. Maybe I haven't. I'm not. I haven't watched as much as him as you probably, but I can't do that. I can't go that far. But like Taliesin Teixeira, I mean, he's got a puncher's chance to beat him, but like he should be able to out grapple him. Who else? What do you think, Nick? I think like I would start him at like just outside the top 15. I would
Well,
not start him in the top 15.
Well, what
do you know that like what an Olympic level heavyweight wrestler is, bro? Like, you know how hard that is?
I know, but like, dude, like on the feet, he's like fucked against like Pavlovich and these guys. And if they get like the whole getting up thing, and it's not just wrestling, you got to learn how to.
what
I
did
don't
he
know.
do in the debut? What did he do in the debut? I did not see, so I have no idea. I'm
It was it,
assuming.
was it was a first round TKO, but the guy was probably a can is my point. But I'm saying like his hands look solid, bro. Like I'm saying like he has at least base level striking. He's starting to get that down with John Jones. I'm saying like
Okay, I will say like at
I
least
think as a finished product, he will be the champion one day for sure. But I think that like right now, he could get at least up to like Waldo Cortez Acosta level with ease, I think. And I
I
think that like I think that he could beat Jonathan Almeida on some like specific matchup shit, like match.
Waldo was literally the guy I was looking at. Like, I think he could beat Stevenson, or like that. That's a really tough fight for both of them. For
I
both of
agree.
them, like Waldo would be.
I
That's a tough fight.
I agree. But I do think that like he would beat Almeida.
I mean, it's just so weird. Like, I don't hate that take, but like, I think he might lose to Pavlovich,
I agree. I think Pavlovich on the feet might knock him out for now.
and I would take Blades.
Curtis Blades might knock him out on the feet right now too. But I'm just saying like he's coming, man. My point is like he's coming, bro.
Oh no, like in a couple of years for sure. Like no one can fucking grapple at heavyweight. He definitely could be champ for
And like
sure.
I think
On,
right now he would like peak out at like the seventh spot or like he could he I think he would beat anyone Spivak down, bro. To be honest, none of these guys can fuck with him, bro. I
yeah,
don't know.
he's sick.
I kind of agree, but I will say, would Bo Nickel not have been a gold medalist if he gone?
I think it's
I have no idea.
I just think it's different at heavyweight, bro. They can't grapple for fuck all up there.
Yeah, was like a judo mat. Like he had a bunch of grappling
Like
credentials.
I'm saying, like Gable Stevenson puts DC to shame, and like in wrestling, pure wrestling, he puts John Jones to shame in pure wrestling. Like so, it's like you see what DC was able to do to basically anyone he fucking wanted at light or heavyweight, at light heavyweight or heavyweight, and the heavyweights are even worse wrestlers. So it's like, man, I just think that Gable Stevenson would like mollywop these people like on the ground, like.
I
And
would say,
and then you see what Jay Alton Almeida does. His striking is very limited as well. Like you see what he does, and you see like how
I
easily he
agree.
gets
I
to the
agree.
ground.
He's the hottest prospect outside of the UFC. Maybe even like in the UFC, like including people in the UFC. Like he has so much potential at heavyweight.
I agree.
I would say around seven, but
Like Derek Lewis could sleep him just randomly.
I will say Almeida has the best matchup against him. It's a bad matchup for him too, but I do think that's like,
I disagree. I mean, I don't think so.
I'm
well,
so confused with how I just have no idea how
if they
good
could cancel each other out, then what happens then?
they just box.
And we're gonna rely
I just think that like the way Almeida is passive in his grappling would not fly. Like Almeida definitely like likes to secure positions and like stall to like secure to save energy, right? And I think that like he's not gonna be able to like hold Gable Stevenson down enough to like rest. I just think that he'll get out cardioed and like a round and a half, it would look like he would start to get ragdolled around in there and his ass whooped, I think.
fair enough, fair enough.
I also think that Gable Stevenson would have more killer instinct than him, like to punch and shit, like you know what I mean, wrestle and punch, which I think would like further sap these people's gas tanks out. So I don't know, man.
Look, I believe in him, but I've seen all the NCAA wrestlers before, so I just know, man. Like I don't know, like I need to see him. I need to see him just continue to do his thing, and then we'll talk business here.
Uh,
Because I easily see like top two, like if we're looking at full business here, like title shot, I think Tom would be the only one with a decent shot versus him.
I agree.
all right, well, guys, that concludes the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know your burning questions in the comments. Please go check out the TikTok, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.